Hello my beautiful friends, my name is Maria Khoreva and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today the video is very exciting for me actually because I'm gonna try telling you about my performance essentials. So what am I taking with me to my dressing room when I'm performing, when I'm doing a performance at the Mariinsky Theater? And you know, it's like the survival kit for a ballerina because, you know, performance is stress. Performance is the extreme pressure on your body, on your mentality and on your brain and on everything, seriously. And of course, you need to expect everything to happen, so you are basically packing like a huge baggage with you to your dressing room because you really want to make the most out of the performance and you really want it to be good. And every time you go on stage it's like something magical for me anyway. So yeah, I pack a lot of things. And throughout my 4 years of working with the company, with the Mariinsky Ballet, and also we've been dancing a lot while studying at Vaganova Academy. So it's been a pretty long journey already so far. Not so long, of course, but a lot of things have changed, and a lot of these things, some of them I started using when I was at Vaganova, some of them I started using pretty recently, some of them has never changed since the time I first stepped on the stage of the Mariinsky. So without rambling too much, let's get into the stuff. So I have all of the stuff laid on the right side of me, almost all of the stuff. About some things I'm just gonna tell you because I don't have it right now. So of course, first we have pointe shoes. These are Block Serenade Strong. So these are the shoes I've already danced in. They look kind of old, kind of not very pretty, but yeah. So the pointe shoes, I would usually go if it's a normal 3-act ballet, and if it's a leading role, like for example Aurora in Sleeping Beauty or Raimonda, I would usually go through like 2-3 new pairs of pointe shoes. But it's a different story when I need flesh-colored shoes. So these, as you can see, these are satin. And these are just normal shoes as they are sold. But sometimes for roles like Nikia or Kitrin Donkyu or Paquita, we need flesh-colored shoes because the people that are dancing on stage are not as noble. They are just normal, ordinary people. So not princesses. So for these performances, I will color my shoes with like Crayolan body paint. And so then it's a whole different story because, for example, for my recent Donkyu that I did not long ago, I needed 2 colored pointe shoes just in case for the first act. So that I don't worry and I can have a choice which pair to wear. And then I also needed 2 more pairs of just these satin shoes. So these would make a total of 4 pairs of pointe shoes. I just get asked this question quite a lot, so I figured I might as well tell you about that. So pointe shoes, of course, pointe shoe inserts, which I wear these Perfect Fit Pointe inserts that are molded with your foot, so very customized ones. This is the most crucial part, and I really prepare my pointe shoes before the performance. This is the most important thing for me because it's like 80% of success, I guess. I don't know, a very high percentage of pointe shoes. Like, even if I feel that the shoe is not as comfortable, I really feel it when performing on stage. So this is like very important for me. So then I should mention like the warm-up stuff. So of course I take with me these like booties by Block. They are very warm and very I don't know, usable. They are you can go on stage wearing them, and you can stay in your dressing room and you can warm up in them. And then usually I wear something comfortable when doing my makeup, something just like this, maybe just a long sleeve. I also can't leave without these pants. These are so crucial. So whenever I am backstage, after dancing something, before dancing something, I always wear these. These are very soft, and I'm not very much into the leg warmers because they kind of restrict my movements. So I really need something like this to keep my muscles warm before and during, and you can always see me wearing them. And something again light and synthetic, something just like this, like a jacket, also for warming up and for staying warm. Even, you know, I will go this far putting this on when I have like around 5 minutes. So for example, in Nutcracker, you just finished your promenade, your walking on stage, when you turn into a princess, and then you have just rose waltz before the big adagio, before the big pas de deux. And I will always put the warm-ups on, even though I have like 3 minutes, but it's very important for me before a important dance part to stay warm. So anyway, what I have next is are these massage tools. So this is for warming up. Also, of course, I need the fitness mat. And again, I used to carry with me this small and, you know, from this slippery fabric, this fitness mat. But then I discovered that something like this, something thick and something with a grip to it, is very much needed for me, because first of all, you come backstage and you just put this huge thing and it kind of marks the place where you're sitting. So no one will, you know, move your stuff around, and everyone will know that you sit here, and you can always have a place to rest in between the dances. So that's one thing. And another thing, you can always, because backstage there's not enough good flooring, and something like this, like a fitness mat that has a grip, I can do like 5th position, I can do proper warm-up on it. So I just put on my pointe shoes and warm up a little bit, and using this fitness mat. And then we have these massage balls. These are for warming my muscles up. So always carry these around with me on tour, everywhere. And this is for my calves. I will even put this out of my bag, and I would do the adagio in a ballet, and then in between adagio and variation I would do something like this, like sit and massage my calves and sit and stretch my calf with this ball. This is a huge helper. And also, this is quite new to my performance kit, but in December I ended up doing 5 nutcrackers during the last. So I started on the 17th, and I did 17th, then I did 23rd, 25th nutcrackers along with the other shows, and then I did also 30th and 31st of December, which was quite a lot. And so this basically saved me. This is a massage gun, and you switch it on and it starts going like this. It starts like punching you in your muscles, and I use it on the daily while like recovering and while warming up as well. But for performance, I would use it like after a hard act in an intermission, during an intermission. So finishing the first act of Don't Q, for example, quickly massage the muscles makes a huge difference. And in Nutcracker, for example, after the 2nd act, before the 3rd act, really adds some, you know, some surviving powers to your muscles. A must. So then let's go into this little bag. So here what I have. Here I always would have a lot of hot glue. This is for making my pointe shoes harder. So if, for example, I step on stage before the performance and feel that my point shoes are a little too soft for the stage. This happens really often at the Mariinsky because we have very soft stage. It is also raked, and the flooring is a little different from the studios that we rehearse at. So always when I step on stage of our theater, I always feel that my point shoes, they need some adjustments. Not always, but sometimes. And hot glue helps me with it a lot. I would go on stage around 1 hour before the performance, try all of the point shoes that I got ready for the performance, and I would hot glue some of them 1 hour before the performance so that they are ready and so that they're a little bit harder. So I glue that part of the sole, like here and here, and it makes them harder. Then I, of course, am obliged to have scissors and of course to have thread and needle, because sometimes I would sew my ribbons of the point shoes so that they don't come out for ballets like Diamonds, when you dance almost non-stop, and it would be a disaster. Can you imagine during 10 minutes adagio, you would, like the ribbon would come out and you would dance, it's like the worst nightmare. So for Diamonds, I almost always sew in my ribbons. And also if something happens with the costume or if something happens with point shoes, you always have to have thread, needle and scissors. There were some stories, I have some stories of not having thread and the needle backstage and of almost complete disaster. So scissors, thread and needle, yeah, always have to have them. Band-aid, must. Some stories again of completely having like a very bad blister on stage and getting a blister while dancing. Always have to have a band-aid. Also have this stuff, which is like, I don't know how to call it. It's this soft material that I put if I have a very bad blister and like a wound. You don't want to put a straight band-aid on it straight away like the stuff with glue. So I just, you know, take this very quickly, like tear it and fold it a couple of times and put it on the wound and quickly cover it with the band-aid. Everything has to be very quick backstage. I also carry around this small ugly bottle of rosin. We usually have rosin backstage at the Mariinsky and backstage at most of the theaters, most of the venues. But just in case, you know, just in case the stage is slippery, just in case they don't have rosin and like some emergency situation, I can't dance if the stage is slippery. Well, of course I can, but we all want to make a performance 100%, don't we? And slippery stage is a nightmare for me, and I don't want to think a lot about the slippery stage while dancing, while performing a role. So rosin, always with me. Also, I have this tiny bottle of AQUAFOR. This is again for making my feet comfortable. Sometimes I have like dryness or like dry, nasty blister. So this is like just a moisturizing Vaseline-like cream, just to make my feet comfortable during a performance. So that's about this bag. What should we talk about next? So this is quite random, but a huge helper. This is a towel. I think it's a cooling towel from Block. But what I use it for is for roles, again, like Nikia and Kitri, Paquita, Midori in Corsair. We do put on body paint because we want to look tanner, and we're all like Snow Whites, especially during winter months in Russia. We all turn really ghost-like white. And all of these characters, all of these women are quite tan and quite beautiful and sun-kissed, so we have to put on the body paint. And then in some ballets you put on the body paint and you have to put on the tights in the next act. And I know some ballerinas, they, for example for Don Quijote Kitri, they put the body paint and then before the second act they go to the shower and they take shower. I don't know, for me it's kind of impossible because it ruins the concentration. Maybe I'm not experienced enough yet to do this, but I wet this towel, I leave it wet in my dressing room, I wipe my legs and then I wipe it with the dry towel and then I put on the tights, not to make them all covered in body paint, because the tights have to be clean and pristine. Of course, also for the performance I need 2 pairs of nice, very clean and very beautiful tights of rose color. Because in some pair, sometimes the, I don't know how to say, something appears, you can tear, excuse my English, you can tear the tights very easily with the costume or with something on stage. You always have to have a spare pair. Let's go into the makeup and hair stuff, shall we? So, makeup. This is my bag. I used to have a huge one, but this is a soft makeup bag that I can fit a lot of stuff into. So, let's see. Here I have, what is important for me is, of course, we have foundation. This is actually a darker one for, I used it for Kitri. It was so funny when I put it on and I was like, the face was orange at first and my body was white, but then we put the body paint on and it was all fine. So we have the foundation. Then I have the concealer, of course. One second. So, let me tell you all in the correct order. So, foundation, concealer, the face powder. So I'm just gonna tell you the real essentials. Of course, you can have fun with stage makeup and add some things, but these are the things I can't live without. The bronzer. This is a very dark one. I also have a lighter one. Actually, guys, let me know if you want to see the stage makeup video, like the tutorial in details. I think I might end up filming a video finally for you, so I will tell about makeup I use and about how I use it a little bit more in detail in this video. Let me know if you want to see it. So this is the contouring stuff. Then I have the little bag with fake eyelashes. I don't know if it's showing on camera or not. And also I use the tweezers to put them on. With the eyelashes, here comes the glue. Then we have the blush. And then of course I have a lot of brushes to use all of these products with. I have a liquid eyeliner. I also have the eyeshadow palette. This is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It has a lot of colors in it, but to be honest, I use the bronzer for my eyes, and I only use, in most of the ballets, I only use the brown and black eyeshadows. Sometimes I would use some gray, sometimes I would use some purple-ish, but usually I just end up using black and brown. And also we have a lip liner, and we have a lipstick. I have a lot of lipsticks I tend to mix. For each role they kind of need different lip colors. So for example, for Aurora in Sleeping Beauty you need something very youthful and very light. For Kitri you need bright red. For Nikia in Biter in the third act you need something deathly and something not distracting for the audience, so I always mix. And I think that's about it. Currently I have a lot of stuff in here. Yeah, pencil sharpener, just in case. For lip pencils. And also I use setting spray because for 3 acts you need this makeup to last for like 4+ hours. So it's important to have it. Okay, let me quickly pack this back in. And then I'll show you the stuff I use for my hair. Okay. This is the bag for my hair stuff. So what I have here is I have these boxes I started using when I was still at Vardanova, and I'm still using them to this day because I'm very much used to them. So in this box I have smaller pins. In this box I have bigger pins, like hairpins, I don't know. They look like this. So the bigger ones, then the smaller ones for all types of hairdos. And then in this little bag I have the bobby pins. So this story, I have a lot of them in here. Then of course for the hair we have a hairspray, and also, where did it go? Of course a comb, a skinny comb like this. And I also have to have a hair net, of course. And I have this added hairpiece that I add into my bun sometimes if I need more volume. Then also with my hair stuff, hair and makeup stuff, I have all of the accessories. So these are the earrings for different ballets and the accessories. Some ballets require flowers, for example for Dunkyu you have red and white flower and little rose flowers for the second act. Sometimes they have to give you the accessories at the theater, but sometimes it's just you come up with the idea to have something of your own that would look more beautiful on you. Again, with the concept of the role, of course, in mind, but that would look, for example, this flower I bought myself is just, you know, the right size. And the earrings the theater doesn't give to you. These are all mine. They got all tangled. So I would use something like these hoops for Kitri, for Paquita. I would use something like this. Bigger ones for third act of Donkey, for Corsair, for I don't know for what else. For third act of Paquita. And I would use smaller ones and more dreamier ones for something like Masha in Nutcracker. It's always fun to be choosing the earrings that you wear for the performance today. So here I have a bag for Nikia in Biter. I have this hair accessory for the first act, a true Indian one actually that we bought in an Indian magazine or in an Indian shop. This is for putting on your head like this. It's true Indian, I believe Tika it's called. And I also have the earrings. They actually came from India. My coach at the Mariinsky, Elvira Tarasova, gave them to me as a gift. She bought them in India. So this is very, very special for me. Wear them for the second act. And we also have tiaras. And this is my most favorite part of this video. I think, because I don't know if you can see, but everything is shining inside this box. So I brought here, this is the crown I wear for Aurora in Sleeping Beauty. It was given to me by our soloist Anastasia Matvienko, and she actually made these, but she shared them with me and she gave them to me to dance for now, and it's like so sweet. So many amazing memories are inside this box. I also have some hair accessories like this. A very talented girl in Moscow made this for me. She also made this tiara. And also, you know guys, this is like the most starting part of this video. My sister, Sofia, she's now finishing the Vaganova Academy. She's also studying. She's gonna be a ballerina professional pretty soon. She makes the most amazing tiaras. So look at this. Look, just look at this. So intricate, so beautiful. And I just brought two today with me, but like, look at those. They are also very, very comfortable to wear on stage, and it warms my heart so much when I wear these. I actually wear them almost during every performance that requires a tiara. And you know, you can imagine the amount of support and the amount of energy I get from these when wearing them, because I know like my sister's always with me in this tiara. And just look, they're just like so pretty. Make you a real princess right away. So trying to pack these back inside, and that's pretty much almost it. I have to have perfume for the performance, for my mood, and it's like a tradition, a ritual for me to put a little bit of perfume on before a show. And this is just one of my favorites. It's Honor by Amouage. I'm a huge perfume maniac and I'm a huge perfume addict. I have a lot of them in my drawer at home, but yeah, I always take one for the performance, and I see what mood I am in currently, I see what I'm thinking about before the show, and I decide which perfume I'm gonna wear. So that's a tiny little detail. So also what is not here is I always have to have at least 2 bottles of water. One is usually just like normal water, and the other one is sometimes I take some water with electrolytes and water with vitamins, something just sweetened a little bit. And I also occasionally I take some L-CARNITINE before the show. I think sometimes it helps. And I also sometimes have chocolate with me before the show, especially when it's a hard one. I eat chocolate before, and I sometimes eat chocolate in between the acts as well. So I think that's about it. I think I told you about everything. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anything today. So yeah, this is all I take with me for the show. I come with like 2 huge bags. It looks very funny, but yeah, it's the most important part of my life. And this kit, this stuff is very, very loved. So thank you so much guys for staying with me during this video. Let me know in the comments what you use for performing and what you found maybe interesting about my kit. Let me know what other videos you want to see in the future. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this one and more ballet related content. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And yeah guys, bye bye, I will see you in my next video. Love you!